And probably the best thing that the press called me was, OneCoin, who is supposed to be the Bitcoin killer.
Imagine a universe in which you could conjure up any image of reality and it would be so. You at the top of your class, check. You with a law degree from Oxford, check. You with $1 billion based on a lie, check. This was the power that Ruja Ignatova didn't have to imagine. She had and may still have it. In Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, the Dark Lord, Sauron, forged the One Ring to rule them all. Ruja Ignatova took a cue from Sauron, only she forged a cryptocurrency. Its name was OneCoin, and its dominion was vast. Only problem was, it was a fake. It wasn't forged in the fires of Mount Doom, nor was it mined, nor did it have any real-world value. As crypto, it wasn't based on a real blockchain, and the value of the coin was whatever Ruja said it was. And Ruja said it was a lot of things, except what it really was. Absolutely worthless.
I am needed elsewhere. Just know that I'll always be right here, on the negative $12 bill.
Whoa. This is worthless.
The woman who went on to become the Cryptoqueen certainly didn't want to end up being worth nothing. She had started with nothing. Her parents emigrated from Bulgaria to Germany, living atop a butcher shop while her father supported the family as a tire technician. However, the humble circumstances didn't stop Ruja from aspiring to become better than others. Schoolmates found her to be cold and indifferent, like a cat in high heels and red lipstick, slinking through the halls of her high school with an air of condescension.
And to everybody who tells me that I violate the philosophy of cryptocurrency, guys, we are a bigger community. We decide what the philosophy of cryptocurrency is. Huh? Thank you.
Perhaps being smarter than others made her think she was better than them. Maybe she felt she didn't need people anyway, at least not yet. By 2005, she earned a PhD in international law from a prestigious German university. Per some sources, she then pursued legal studies at Oxford and then got really hooked on the idea of being ritzy rich and glamorous. This led her to forge a partnership with Sebastian Greenwood, who had participated in various other scams and schemes, and pitched the idea of pairing crypto with multi-level marketing. Except it was just an elaborate ruse for a combination pyramid Ponzi scheme. Investors bought course packages to learn about investment. The course earned tokens, and the tokens could be exchanged for OneCoin, supposedly giving investors 500 to 1,000% returns. This was the Ponzi component of the scheme. The same investors received incentives for recruiting more investors, which really only benefited Ruja, and to a negligible degree, the earlier investors. This was the pyramid aspect of the scheme. In reality, the course material was plagiarized. OneCoin was sold on a private exchange and had no purchasing power. Its value was manipulated to provide the impression of market fluctuations, when in reality, Ruja, Greenwood, and their cronies made up the value as they went along. In private, they referred to their investors as idiots and the currency as fake coins. The ruse of a blockchain was the most laughable part of the scam, since a blockchain is by definition a publicly verifiable ledger, whereas OneCoin's fake blockchain was private and unverifiable. Of course, it was all smoke and mirrors anyway. In an email to Ignatova, Greenwood urged her to always close on a high price, build confidence, better manipulation so they are happy. In public, the schemers told their victims that OneCoin was a Bitcoin killer, that it was the future, that it was salvation, and Ruja Ignatova was built up as an almost messianic figure, robed in red like she was Christ in a ball gown. When the edifice of OneCoin began to crack though, Ruja saved no one but herself. Under the heat and pressure of mounting investigations, she boarded a flight to Athens in October of 2017. Ruja Ignatova, had pulled a Carmen Sandiego and has not been seen since. Her accomplice, Greenwood, was extradited from Thailand on July 2018 and charged with multiple counts of money laundering and fraud. Meanwhile, Ruja remains at large, the lone woman on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. Some believe she has access to large amounts of money and international connections which finance her covert movements and may have enabled her to undergo plastic surgery and remain incognito. At the time of this video, she has remained beyond the reach of the FBI and Interpol. The analogy of OneCoin being like Sauron's One Ring breaks down, not least of which because there was no Frodo needed to destroy OneCoin. It imploded all on its own. Whereas the One Ring contained true power, OneCoin wielded only the promise of it. Ruja simply imbued OneCoin with utility and potency, as well as the potential to change the world and unite peoples, whatever that means. This is how OneCoin acquired the evil agency that allowed Ruja to pull off her billion-dollar global scam. But it was also her downfall because, absent true value, when the coinage hit the fan, Ruja couldn't just conjure up the power of OneCoin to turn her customers into orcs. They were out $4 billion, and most of them are still really angry. Just like the customers in this next video who saw their money go under a proverbial cup before it got shuffled around and disappeared into digital nothingness. Check out this next video to find out how that happened.